Hi, hello. Hello, hello. I have just a little bit, let me know if you can hear me. I can't talk loud today. I have a leftover lingering migraine thing from yesterday, but I know there's a lot going on, so I wanted to show up and be available even if we just do a short live today. I didn't want to cancel it. It's like, oh, what sticky on my mug. I can't. Hello. Um, Even if we were short. So can you hear me okay? Because if I talk louder than this, it hurts. I had a migraine yesterday, a headache that turned into a migraine, and it's like just lingering today. Okay, good. So we're gonna probably gonna be short live today, but I wanted to be around and show up. I have some thoughts I want to share. Um, I want to talk about energy. I know. It's the energy of what's going on, and as simultaneously I'm going through another level, another stage of an awakening. So it's like a lot that's happening all at the same time. So yeah, I'm gonna rest. I just wanted to do a short live. I'm not gonna do full work day or anything like that, but it felt really important to me. I contemplated all morning if I was gonna go live or not. But I want to, as long as I'm not loud, it's fine. So I want to have a discussion with you guys because I know today is National Boycott Day, right? We've seen this all over social media. Um, so I have some thoughts to share about that. So first I want to say thank you so much for the likes and the love. You guys liking the live is so unbelievably helpful. So thank you, thank you. Yeah, I didn't want to cancel the live because I know that a lot of people find a lot of hope here and things like that. So I have some thoughts. And of course the Epstein files got released on National Boycott Day. Of course they did. Um, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, I've been hydrating. I have water and I have my warm, like hot tea because I'm Chinese, right? So hot tea. I know YouTube may not understand that. TikTok understands that. So, mm. Hi, hello. Okay, so, um, right. So here's the thing. Let's talk about National Boycott Day. And I fully understand not everyone is in a position to not show up to work. Not everyone is in a position to boycott in the way that it's being suggested. So I have some thoughts because as somebody who can read energy and I understand how energy works and I can sense it, I can feel it. It's like I can almost taste it. I have some thoughts based on what I can see, what's happening around these boycotts and protests and things like that, and I want to hear what you guys think too. You can't feel guilty about working because if you need to, you need to. I'm working right now. Literally right now. I'm working, right? You guys are showing up to my work, right? I know it doesn't feel like work because we're hanging out, we're talking, but that's what it is, right? Healthcare workers can't just stay home. Things like there's certain people that just can't stay home, right? So here's the thing. Yeah, we can do. There's no judgment. That's exactly right, clever girl. That's exactly right. So here's the thing. Oh yeah, you didn't know about it. That's a whole nother. Yeah, I can't feel bad about that because you didn't know about it at all. So I have some thoughts about National Boycott Day. They're strong thoughts, and it may not be super popular, but I want to see what you guys think too. But this is purely coming from an energetic standpoint, okay? From an energetic standpoint, boycotting for one day, just one day, because that's what it is. Today's National Boycott Day, does literally nothing energetically because boycotting is to raise awareness and to create change, right? You can't create change just by boycotting for one singular day because if you're going to boycott going to corporations today and spending your money today, but you just go and you spend it tomorrow, how does that help? All you've done is inconvenience yourself by waiting a day, but you haven't done anything for the to the corporations, right? You're not communicating anything to the corporations because what you're saying is, I'm just not going to shop today, but I'm going to shop tomorrow, right? It's sustained boycotting that makes the difference, not a one time. So these one time day, and I understand where they're coming from, and people want to come together, and that part of the energy is really, really good, right? People coming together is actually really, really good. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not punch that some people think that it might be. Okay. So here's the thing, boycotting for one day to large corporation, they don't notice that. That's like them being closed for a holiday. Everyone is either gonna shop before or shop after. That's not a real boycott, that's a minor inconvenience, not for the business, but for you, right? So, if you want to actually make a sustained difference, I'm gonna talk about money for a second, okay? Because is where, money is what hurts the corporations, and here's why, okay? Money is nothing more than an energy, all right? That's literally what money is, it's an energy. And so when you focus your energy into something, like spend your money, okay? Let's say that you spend money on your favorite small business, okay? That is you giving your energy to that business in exchange for their energy. That's you saying, "I want to perpetuate your energy. I want to put my energy into yours and have an exchange," right? Because you want to keep that energy going. If you put money into a corporation, it's literally the same thing, right? It's literally saying, I want to support you, Walmart. I'm giving you my $50, Walmart, on these items as an energetic exchange because I want to perpetuate Walmart, right? Does that make sense? So, and not we can't always make all the changes all at once. I know that somebody's mentioning boycotting Target. I haven't been inside of or bought anything from a Target since they stopped DEI, right? Now, have I stopped all the businesses? No, because as a single mom, right? Sometimes we can't do it all at once because it feels too overwhelming. So I've cut back as I can. I've cut back on Target, and then I cut back on other stores that I found out that I was shopping at that weren't so good. And then as I can, I cut back, right? You do it as you can in layers, but when you just boycott for one day, it does literally nothing. It will inconvenience you, but it doesn't do a single thing to the business because they don't notice it, right? Because what you're saying is, I'm not going to give you my energy today, but I'm going to give it to you tomorrow, right? So, money being an energy, think of money literally as an energy because that's all that it is. It's a made up concept. Money is literally energy. So when you are giving your energy, your money energy to these corporations that you know are not good, right? At all ever, it's you saying, "Hey, let's perpetuate this. I'm giving you my energy," right? And I so understand it does get tricky, right? Because the structures are set in place for a dynamic, just like Clever Girl says, that makes it hard for people to resist. That's why you do it like one at a time, right? The point I'm trying to make is these 1 day boycotts are not affecting the energy at all, literally at all. There's no energetic change or traction. And I wanna talk about that's why it's sustained, right? That's why it's sustained. So, like, maybe we can be intentional about how we're gonna boycott places because a 1 day boycott's not a boycott. That's a minor inconvenience, right? That's not a boycott at all. It's literally just a minor inconvenience. If you wanna boycott, stop going there completely. Just stop going there because your money is your energy. That's how you are exchanging your energy. That's all that money is, right? And so it's really important that we are purposeful and um, we do things on purpose with our money energy, right? So that needs to be more of a long term thing than a 1 day boycott. That's just my 2 cents, right? Money isn't bad at all. There's not a cost to money. There's a cost to where you put your energetic focus. Money is literally just energy and nothing else. Anything else that you think that money is just a story that you've built up in your brain because of the things that we're taught here on this planet. Money is just energy. Everything is energy. So, I would suggest if you want to make an actual big difference, instead of a 1 day boycott, start shopping more small business. I've realized, this is just my personal thing, I realized as I've been more intentional these past year and a half or so with shopping small business instead of big corporations, I thought it was going to be too expensive. I thought I wasn't going to be able to sustain it. But what I found is I'm actually buying less stuff because I don't need as much stuff as I thought that I did. I have less stuff, but now it's higher quality stuff, right? Because I'm shopping more small business. And yes, there's still big corporations in there, but I'm changing over things in like segments and layers. Does that make sense? So I've discovered that small businesses, number one, it makes me feel better to spend my money energy there. And number two, it's going to be a higher quality, better product. It's going to last a lot longer. And number three, I feel really, really good supporting my community, my neighbors, my other people in this community here. I buy products from you guys too. I would much rather buy products from you guys than Amazon. Do you know what I mean? And I buy less of it because I found out I don't need such large quantities of things. Does that make sense? And Amazon is a hard one for sure because of the convenience. So you just do it as you can. You back off stuff as you can. Like I realized I had a lot of auto shipments from Amazon. And again, single parent in a city where it's not super convenient to get a lot of things and it's not always easy to get a lot of things and I'm always pulled in a lot of directions so I can't always go to the store. I took away my some of my auto ships from Amazon and gave them to Chewy instead, like for my pet stuff. And of course, that's still a corporation, but it's a corporation that is that seems to have a heart, right? Not all corporations are bad, right? And like Costco, maybe we don't go to Walmart anymore. Maybe we go to Costco instead. It's about being intentional about what feels good to you. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not out here saying don't shop at this or only shop at that. What I'm saying is be intentional because one day boycotts do nothing. They do nothing. Right. And yes, like lovely Lotus Design is saying over here on TikTok, you are changing our lives when you shop from a small businesses. I am also a small business. When you guys buy expansion packs from me and you come to open channeling and things like that, it allows me to buy groceries. It doesn't send me on lavish vacations. It lets me buy groceries for my kids. It pays my rent. It puts gas in my car, right? Small businesses notice every single dollar that comes into our pockets, okay? Small businesses will notice a one-day boycott, but large corporations wouldn't even notice a month-long boycott. Does that make sense? Catherine O'Hara passed away? No. Is that real? No. Somebody else confirm that. Is that real? Catherine O'Hara? No. Oh, my heart. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I love her so much. That is so sad. Oh my god. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. I just love her so much. Oh, I had no idea. Oh, oh, Catherine O'Hara. She's so great. She's free. Yeah. Yeah. She was an amazing human being too. Ah, okay. There's a lot going on in this world. And the reason why I'm talking about money of all things, especially finding out that a beautiful energy has left this planet, okay, is because our money is our energy. And if we want to keep making this planet like so many of us are yelling and angry and saying, we want change. But then we're spending our money energy at these big, disgusting corporations. We're spending our money energy in places that are keeping us oppressed and keeping us down. Do you know what I mean? Right? That's why this is important, right? This is so important. So that's why we're talking about that. And I also want to talk about the protests that are going on, okay? And I really want to know what you guys hear. If you guys think that I'm way off base, I want to hear it. This can be a conversation, okay? I'm just sharing my perspective as a psychic who reads energy, okay? So let's talk about the protests. Protests can be great. The way we're doing protests now, outside of specifically like Minnesota and places that are absolutely overrun with ice, okay? The way that we are doing protests now isn't doing anything anymore because protests are good up to a certain point, okay? Protests are for awareness. We have the awareness. We know what's going on. Now it's time to redirect our energy. And I'm not saying you have to stop the protest, but the protests are not doing the thing that it was doing before because now we have the awareness. Now we see we're all on the same page, right? We see we're not alone, okay? It's gonna take more than that now. It's gonna take more than just the protests. Protests are a great place to start, and I love that. I love that we all came together. I love that we all did that as a collective, but it's gonna take more now, okay? Because we need actual action. We need actual action, like not spending your money energy for more than one day, right? A one-day blackout is not a blackout. Again, it's a minor inconvenience for you, not for the business, right? So A one-day blackout does literally nothing, they don't notice. It has to be a forever blackout, right? So maybe shop at the farmer's market more than your big grocery store chain. Do the things you can do. Do you know what I mean? Shop at your local businesses. Like when I want something, I Google that item or a local business that would have that item in my area first. And I try to do that first. And you can't always do it because this is going to happen in waves. So you can't always shop small business. There's not always going to be one available to you, but you can look because I've been very surprised. Because remember, small businesses like myself, I notice every single expansion pack that gets bought. I know exactly how many members are in Soul Spark. I know it because you guys make the biggest difference. You guys allow me to keep doing this. Because you are exchanging your money energy for things that I am doing for you, you guys allow me to not have a normal job and to be here on live and to give you guys support and advice and keep making content every day with free advice and free tips and tricks and all of these things, right? It's you guys that allow us because you are spending your money energy in a small business like me. Do that all over the place. Small businesses is where we can spend our money energy. That's putting back into the community. That's the boycott we need, right? Does that make sense? Danny DeVino, hello. And I don't understand that. I've seen that small businesses have chosen to close, and I think it's like in a solidarity. And so I see that. I see that viewpoint, but I also see this is why it's important to have intention behind what we're doing and not just make blanket statements and not to say everyone needs to shut down and not go to work today. It could have been more like, if you work for a large corporation, let it hurt for one day. Don't go into work today. Not small businesses, because now we're just hurting. We're hurting ourselves more than we're hurting the businesses. In fact, when you have a one-day boycott and you boycott literally across the board, small businesses and large, you're hurting only the small businesses and you're not hurting the big corporations at all. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? But I see both viewpoints. I see both sides, right? Intention matters. Intention matters all the way, 100 million%. It's the whole thing. Intention is the whole thing, right? I don't know if that makes sense. Keep getting all these phone calls on my phone. And right, you work as a nurse, so you can't boycott. Correct. Right. I'm working right now because I wanted to show up for you guys because me boycotting doesn't do anything except not provide a safe space for you guys right now. Doesn't do anything for you. Does that make sense? Yeah, we appreciate people supporting small businesses. 100%. Yeah, showing up and protesting and having all that is really good. And I'm not saying stop doing that, but I'm saying it's going to take more now because a protest is for awareness. We have the awareness. So good. Now we go to the next part of the point, right? Does that make sense? How do you guys feel about that? And there's certain things that you're not going to be able to do right away, but the more that we shop at small business, the more big business is suffering, and then more small business can come about, and we can support more small business. Do you see what I'm saying? So, and it's like you can't boycott if you boycott restaurants, what does that do? Sure, it can hurt the restaurant, but it hurts the servers because the servers live day to day with the money that they make. Do you know what I mean? So, that's just my viewpoint as somebody who reads energy. So, like if I shut down my business for a week, I would be in financial strain, right? It would hurt me. So instead of boycotting my particular thing that I'm doing for you guys, I'm supporting you, right? So how can I help you? Things like that. And yes, and use cash today if you can, if you patronize a small business. So there's not credit card fees. You can absolutely share your small businesses with our community. I know in SoulSpark, we have a thread just for supporting small business, and I can put one in Spiritual Buddies if there's not already. I can't remember. You guys tag me in Spiritual Buddies if there's not one. You want me to make one because I will. So you can still protest, but what I'm saying is we have the awareness. We need action. So we just made a static post. across all three platforms that we use on things that you can do, resources that you can use. You can, instead of protesting, because we already have the awareness, shop small business, help out your community, right? See if your neighbors need anything, things like that. Do things that what's the word I'm looking for? Do things that help your own healing and your own journey, because the more that you raise your vibrational energy, the more you raise it for the planet, right? That kind of stuff. Right. Small business, family owned restaurants, things like that. Things like that. Tip the server. Yeah, if you can't tip, don't eat there. You might hate the system that happens to be in America, but then you can't participate in the system, right? You can't eat at a restaurant in America and say, I'm not going to tip the server because I think they should be paid more than $2.13 an hour. Then you can't participate in the system. That doesn't mean you participate in the system and then screw over the people who are already getting screwed over. Do you know what I mean? It's all about perspective, the whole thing. Yes, setting up a recurring monthly donation to Immigrant Defense Fund and ACLU. Things like those are also things you can do. But the static post that we made today, go like it, go share it, help us out, because static posts don't tend to go as far as the other ones. The last slide of it gives you websites you can use, resources you can use outside of us, right, that are doing big things. Do the global meditation tonight. Yes, Tony. Yes, things like that, right? Not a small business chat and spiritual buddies. Okay, I can make one. After I get off of here, I can make one. Okay. Yeah, go on next door, help your neighbors, right? Go shovel your neighbor's driveway for free. Don't make grandma pay for it. Things like that. That's what we can do. It's that kind of stuff. I want to read you guys an email that I got from somebody in our community. This is an example of what you can do, okay? Outside of the protesting, outside of that, no more one-day boycotts. It doesn't do shit, you guys. All it does is put you in an inconvenience, and it doesn't do anything to the big business, and it hurts small business. So this is from somebody in our community who lives in Minnesota. She said, I'm happy to share that as a state, we are also stepping up for each other. Yes, there are those with boots on the ground protesting, but there are people taking shifts walking the neighborhoods in the school areas. We have whistles and alert houses if ICE is nearby. There are many charities, churches, restaurants collecting food to bring to those who are too scared to leave home. I volunteered to help organize and pack the bags for these houses. During a 4-hour shift, there's a line of cars dropping off donations that does not stop. My sister makes deliveries, and even if there's a language barrier, the smiles, the tears, the hugs are universally understood. Even my parents, who are in their 80s, are giving rides to those who can't miss work but are too scared to drive by themselves. My boss sent out a message that she'll personally reimburse any of us if we get a meal at a restaurant owned by immigrants. So, that is what's happening. That is how to boycott. That is how we change the world. That. Protesting is for awareness. We have awareness. And it is different in places like Minneapolis when everything is shutting down. That is very different. That's a good response. Okay? That is how we change the world. It is so beautiful. These emails you guys send, I save them all, by the way. You guys send the sweetest, most precious, most amazing emails, and they make me cry, and you guys are amazing. And I save them all. I've got them all Google Doc because I'm like, when I'm feeling shitty about myself, because I'm human too, and sometimes I do, and I'm like, am I even making a difference? Because I feel like I'm screaming into the void. I go back and I read those emails. Not even lying. Because small business notices every single thing that happens. Small business is the future of our world because small business is community. Pour back into your communities, right? One day boycotts don't do anything to hurt big corporations. They only hurt the individual and the small business, right? Right. So there's so many things you can do. That was such a beautiful, beautiful email. It was beautiful. So good. You wrote a poem about the need for unity. I love that. I love that so much. And we can do both. You can boycott all these big businesses on a sustained basis. Go to your weekly local farmers markets, shop there first, and then supplement with the grocery stores instead, if that's what you need to do. Right? And yes, I know I can use a Google Doc alternative, but that's what I'm talking about here. It's about steps. It's about shifting in waves. You can't do it all at once. You can't do it all at once. You have to do it as you can do it, right? Do the global guided meditation today, like Tony suggested, that one that we're all doing together literally every single day at 7 p.m. Do that, right? Support your community, and you support your community by getting out of big business, right? By spending your money, energy, because money is just energy, is literally nothing else. Money is just your energetic focus, right? Give that energy back into your communities because that is what's helping. People are stepping up. People are making emergency bags for people. People are driving people to work if they are too scared to drive by themselves, right? People are patrolling neighborhoods. That's the kind of stuff. That's what we need to be doing. It's that kind of stuff, right? And if you can't be out there because you can't leave your house for whatever reason, you can make food. You can make food for people who maybe need food, right? Or something. You can do something. You can also do the global guided meditation. That's like the minimum baseline, right? So it is really important that we are intentional with what we're doing instead of just getting mad and going, we're going to boycott on Friday. Because ask yourself, why am I boycotting? Okay, I'm boycotting because I don't want to perpetuate that energy. Okay, what do I think it does if I boycott for one singular day? Because the second you think about that, you go, oh my God, that's not going to affect anything at all. Right? Right. Yeah, you can buy bulk, go to Costco. Costco is standing on business and they have been since day one, right? You can buy bulk at Costco and you can separate it out, give it away, make art, spend less time online, spend time with friends. I'm reading all these comments, they're so good. Right, if you can't physically help, but you can reallocate money, yes, do that, right? Everyone has a way to shift in some way or another. Right. There are cheap items that you can get places other than Walmart. You can, and I understand not everybody has the ability to do that, but I'm saying once you start to redirect and refocus your energy, the universe responds in kind. You redirect or refocus your energy into things you prefer, and then you're gonna notice all of a sudden your abundance is coming up a little bit, right? So, and yes, pixie dust. Oh my God. If the help you're providing doesn't make you feel good, it's not aligned action. Hell yes, absolutely. Yes. Costco, HEB, Aldi, that kind of stuff is really good, right? Um, there are, I would say just focus on your small business because that's your community. Whether your community is online or in your physical community, that's your community. That's how we can change. That's what we need to do. We need to boycott the way that it's been done and start doing things that make us feel good, right? Does that make sense? Yes, I love this point that Corey's making. If you believe you can't find affordable things anywhere but Walmart, you won't be able to, right? But if you believe you can, you'll find them. Because if you think you can't, you're absolutely right. And if you think you can, you're absolutely right. Because that's just classic law of attraction. That's just how the energy in this reality works, right? It's all about redirecting your energetic focus. That's what I've been teaching for years is in redirecting your energetic focus so you can grow as a human, so you don't have to feel poor, so you don't have to feel like someone's boot is on your head, right? Because none of that has to happen. And it doesn't take the billionaires not being billionaires. It takes you changing in here. It takes you, not the billionaires, you changing in here. Yes, bodegas, shop at bodegas, fresh, cheap produce. And then you're often supporting immigrant communities. All see gorgeous, double win, right? We need to gather a list of all these suggestions and energy concepts. Well, I have some of them in the static post I posted today, but Corey, will you help me collect these suggestions that people are saying? Do me a favor. We can write these down now that I've asked Corey to do it. Okay, because these are great ideas. All the ideas that you guys have given, can you just write out right now in the comments so we can catch them again? I want to make sure we don't miss anything, not in full sentences, like in bullet points, right? Like a word with a comma. Give us basic ideas, right? Go to the Asian grocery store. Yes. instead of the big box, right? And you do deserve better products than Walmart offers. Yeah, because they are cheap for a reason. You're right. Go to your farmer's market. Give us these right now in the comments. I will read them out loud. And I know Corey is helping us write them down. I think it's posted on YouTube. Corey, the static post is up on YouTube. Yes. Okay. Buy bulk dry goods, separate, give them to a food bank, give them out to your neighbors, drive your neighbors who don't feel like they feel safe riding alone, patrol your neighborhoods if ICE is there, right? Support small business. Google a small business in your area for the object you're looking for before going to the big box or going online. Okay, can my mods screenshot the TikTok comments for Corey? She's doing the YouTube ones, but if my mods could screenshot the TikTok ones, just one of you, so we don't get 75 of the same in the mod chat afterwards. Thank you. Local small business libraries. Use your libraries. Yeah. Um, yeah, this is how a store near you existed. You had no idea for years. Yes, exactly. Canning with your neighborhood if you want to can. And no one is going to be able to do all of these. If I say, hey, you can can your own fruits and vegetables, and that sounds just like the worst thing ever to you, that's not in alignment for you. That message is not for you, right? Yeah, PBS, a small donation to PBS or NPR, things like that, right? This is so good. Drive kids to school for your neighbors who might be in danger. If you have a small business, you can share through email, but I don't really have a place to share small businesses like that. Just get into Spiritual Buddies, right? If you're in Soul Spark, you already have a link into Spiritual Buddies, and if you want to be in the Spiritual Buddies community, um, what's the way you can do it right now? Open channeling. If you did, or if you still want to do the premiere of open channeling, the first one we did, the replay is up. If you get that, our energetic exchange, thank you for that, for doing the premiere event, is access to Spiritual Buddies. So it gives you a link in there. Donate to ACLU. Yep. This is so good. Oh my God, you just donated a car to NPR? Hell yeah, Monica. I love that. Yeah. Sewing, thrifting, clothing swaps, things like that. Learning to sew. I can sew. I love to sew. Yeah, it's so good. Buy from local farms. Yeah. Good. See? Local farm stands. If you just talk to the people in your community, you can get on next door and ask questions. Talking to people in your communities can help you discover things in your community you had no idea what was there. What if we could allow small businesses to have an affordable base to live off of instead of making millionaires richer, right? Kim has a list for Corey. Thank you, Kim. Craft shows, flea markets, yeah, all that kind of stuff. Community. Think if it feels community based, it's better because it's time for us to build up our community. Right. Things like that. You can donate time, you can donate money. Libraries, yep, exactly. And remember, your local libraries rent out all kinds of stuff like tools. So you don't have to go to Home Depot and buy a tool if you don't want to, right? So, all of these are really great suggestions because remember, protests are for awareness. We have the awareness. We can't just protest and stop there. It's time to do the next step. It's time for the action. It's time to start focusing in a very intentional way our money energy because our money is the thing that affects them. Our money, the way we spend our money, is the only way to get things to change, right? Because that's what these big businesses care about. So stop giving them our money because money is energy. And if you're giving them your energy, then what are you doing? You're helping perpetuate, right? And so you do the best that you can with that, right? We can do this. We can do this. We've done it before as a society. We can do it again. Right. This is so good. Local library over big movie theaters to watch movies. See, that's cute. Oh, there's an app called Farmish that shows small farms near you. Okay, that's cool. And we have some links too on the static post. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. Um, where is this? Opensecrets.org and followthemoney.org. This is all in the static post. These are ways to find out if your business is liberal leaning or Republican leaning, if that's important to you. Localharvest.org to find farmers. Everywhere is queer.com, which tells you queer owned businesses near you. The Goods Unite Us app. These are all really good. These are all on the static post for today, but those are all good resources too. Yeah. Go to a drive-in movie, that's cute. Yes, stuff like that. The Small Farm app is called Farmish, is what Nicole is saying on TikTok. There's also one called localharvest.org. Not an app, but the website. Oh yeah, your local parks, use the programs, things like that. Yeah, you can volunteer. Volunteer at local schools to do something. I don't know. So there's so many good resources. We don't have to shop at big business. We just don't have to. It's not a thing. It's just shifting your mindset. Because here's the thing, that's how we make the difference. You have to speak with your money energy, not by just yelling in a protest. Protests are great. Protests are for awareness. We have the awareness. It's time for the next step, right? It's really, really important. Small business, support your small business. I mean, support your small business. I notice literally every single expansion pack we sell makes a big difference to me, to my family, to Corey, who I employ, right? It makes such a big difference to us. And not just us, all the small businesses, right? There's already a small business thread on in Soul Spark, which is my spiritual community. So you can promote your own or share another small business. And I'm going to make one on Spiritual Buddies, the big community, when we get off the live today. Local diners and restaurants instead of big chains is exactly right. And yes, tiny paintbrush, so much of the stuff that we buy from big business are things they convinced us we needed anyway, and it's not really true. Things like that. Yes, we are going to be sharing our small businesses with each other so we can buy from each other. We can support our own community, right? Clever Girls preparing to set up a free farm stand this season. I love that. See, this is good. This is really good. Secondhand bookstores. Yeah, this is good. Stuff one day boycotts don't do anything. They literally do nothing. This does everything. This is what they're afraid of. This. It's that easy. You just shift your money focus to your community instead of these big giant corporations. You don't really have to go back to bartering because money is just an energy and money is fine. Money is not evil. Money is not bad. It's the stories that people have given money. It's the power people have given money. Money is just energy and nothing else. It's just an energetic exchange. That's literally it. I mean, I know those people working at big corporations, and then it's a shift. It's a shift because so many people in my communities have heard have heard the call to leave the big corporation and go do something else. People are already leaving these big corporations. And I feel like energetically, this is what it feels like, that people are, it's like their spirit team is saying, hey, it's time to get ahead of this. It's time to go do the thing that feels more aligned. And it's getting them out before the big falls of the biggest businesses. Money is just an energy. Well, thrift books is different because thrift books just comes from personal people, right? So who knows? Bookshop.org is a great place to get books from small bookshops. They hook you up with a bookshop in your area. We're switching our website, our book recommendations all over to bookshop.org. We just haven't had a chance to yet, but we're making it a priority because where we focus our money energy is everything. Okay? Money is not just getting stuff. Money is exchanging your energy and saying, this is worth my energy. I want more of this. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you are getting these feelings of, I don't want to do school anymore, I don't want to do this job anymore, guys, that's for a reason. Listen to that. That means something more aligned and better is available for you. You just have to be open to it. What are some ways to connect with other spiritual folks locally? Well, outside of my own community, honestly, I don't really know, but that's why we have a thread in there for people to find other people locally. This is so good. Yeah, we just talked about the people working in those big corporations. This is the push that people have been feeling for a long time to leave those jobs because they don't feel aligned with it. People already know. And you're open to feeling what's if you're open to seeing what's next after a big corporation job, you have to be willing to allow it to look different than how you think it's going to look. I know. You need your job to pay the bills. I know. I know. I know. It's all about focusing on what you prefer and following the joy. And if you do both those things, that will lead you to the answer that's for you because it's a different answer for everybody, right? Some farmers markets are open during the winter. Obviously, they don't have fresh fruits and vegetables, but you can just Google farmer markets in my area and you can see what's available. So you do the best you can during the winter, right? The meow, yeah. That's Luna. Oh, she's once out. She can get out in a minute. So, hey, if you shot your career completely, then guess what? It's time to do something that's more aligned. Great. And I love that for you because that means you're free now. You guys can do this. Follow the breadcrumbs. It's literally just breadcrumbs. Follow the breadcrumbs. Yeah, I know this is a lot. Change is a lot. You can't change the world without also having to change yourself. And that's the thing, right? We can't keep living the same way that we've been living the whole time and think that the world is going to change around us. We have to be uncomfortable too. We have to change. I mean, I know I did it. I left travel nursing. I was making so much money. I'm a single parent. I'm the only one that provides for my kids. And that was scary. Sometimes you just have to do it scared. And you just have to do it. You just have to try. You just have to start. What the question is, what do you recommend when breadcrumbs of joy are inaccessible because of physical limitations? Breadcrumbs and of joy are never inaccessible. It's only your perception they're inaccessible. And if you feel like they're inaccessible because of physical limitations, then it's time to work on your physical limitations, right? You change that. That's why I was talking about, oh, it's too far away now. It's in my bed. The Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. Read that book. That's what I recommend. Read Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza so you can shift your physical body. Your physical body is one of the easiest things for you to shift because it's you. It listens to you. You talk to it. It shifts. So, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying it's not going to be scary. I'm just saying it's going to be uncomfortable because change is uncomfortable. You can't have change and have it feel the same. Change is uncomfortable because it feels different. And that's the point, right? It's time. It's been time. Yeah, good. Your family told you for years you'd be an amazing illustrator. Your family doing it? Hell yeah. Stuff like that. Yes. Yes, Christy. Breadcrumbs are just that. Not a whole sandwich. They're tiny, and that's the point. You follow the breadcrumbs because the sandwich doesn't feel believable. You don't feel like you can even eat this damn sandwich. Follow the breadcrumbs. Follow the breadcrumbs. And the meditation is free, and you can do that no matter what physical limitations you have, right? There's just so many things we can all do, and we can't all do all of them. That's why we're all different, and that's why we're giving you guys all these options because then you can pick the ones that feel aligned for you out of the list, right? Yeah. So that's my suggestion. There's so much more love than hate out there. You're exactly right. Yeah, a breadcrumb of joy is I wanted a second cup of tea today because it brought me joy. That's a breadcrumb of joy, you guys. That's a breadcrumb of joy. Hello? A breadcrumb of joy is after work, I'm going to take my bra off. That's a breadcrumb of joy, right? That makes me happy. And it's a little thing, a warm cookie from the oven, right? Putting on comfy pants, taking my makeup off, pulling my hair up, breadcrumbs of joy, right? You know what I'm freaking talking about? Those are the breadcrumbs of joy. And the breadcrumbs of joy bring you more and more into alignment. And you keep doing the breadcrumbs. And then guess what happens? Then all of a sudden you're in alignment. You go, oh my God. And then the more you're in alignment, the more clear messages become, the more clear these aha moments are, the more ideas you have about how to help your community, the more aware you are of things, the more capacity you have to help people, and on and on and on and on. Yeah, the bra removal is the best one. I'm telling you what is the best one. Yeah, putting on noise canceling headphones, a breadcrumb of joy. Guys, it's the little things. Sparkling water instead of still. A new Bridgerton season, breadcrumbs of joy. Yeah. I binge watched Fallout last night to get all caught up, and I that made me happy, and that was a breadcrumb of joy. Yeah, it's so good. Yes. Yes, oh my god, pixie dust, you just gave me the best idea. I want everybody to do me a favor. Everybody list out 1 or 2 or 3, doesn't matter, breadcrumbs of joy that you're gonna follow today. You're gonna follow today, that you're gonna do for yourself today. 1 or 2 or 3 breadcrumbs of joy that you're gonna follow today. Oh my god, Fallout. I know. It's so good. It's so good. Right now, I wanna know breadcrumbs of joy because we're gonna flood these comments with things, ideas for other people, right? Heated rivalry. Paint in your journal, a foot bath, a cup of cocoa, ooh. Skipping chores and playing video games with my kids, hell yeah. I love that so much. Yeah, Corey was grumpy yesterday, so instead of working, she drove over to the ocean for some ocean therapy. And that was what she needed. She followed her breadcrumbs of joy, and it was perfect. Hot bath, live music, kitty snuggles. Look at all these breadcrumbs of joy. Self Reiki. Yes, come here. Luna. I know you want to go. Let me let Luna out of the office. She's upset. Keep writing your breadcrumbs of joy. Okay, keep doing it. All right, let's go. Come on. Here you go. That was Luna's breadcrumb of joy, annoying the crap out of me until I let her out of the office. Drawing, taking a hot shower, walking in the park. Look at all these breadcrumbs of joy. Putting your feet on a heated floor mat. Art. Girl finishing Fallout. Yeah. Pizza and a popcorn party. Oh, that sounds lovely, Monica. Honey in my tea. Breadcrumb of joy. Yes, this is so good. This is what I'm talking about. Listening to spiritual audio Sam at work. That's so cute, Jenny. Breadcrumb of joy. Getting the new expansion pack. Breadcrumb of joy. Oh my god, holy shit. We're dropping the next expansion pack next week. We'll do lives next week, but we're dropping the first wave of the channeling trilogy next week. It's going to be Wednesday for Soul Spark and Friday for the Wild. Friday for everybody else. I know, I'm so excited. Oh my god, hey Aaron Brown, hello. Signing off work early. Breadcrumb of joy. Yes, if you just joined, we're telling everybody what breadcrumb of joy we're going to do for ourselves today. Because we're following the breadcrumbs of joy. We're not boycotting one day and making a difference. What's making a difference is following the goddamn breadcrumbs of joy. Damn it. Aaron Schumann has joined us. That's joy. Oh my god, you've never got to catch me live. Oh my god, hello, Aaron. Aaron Brown. I accidentally called you Aaron Schumann in my live the other day. Again, I did it again. I was like, damn it. So I don't know why I keep wanting to do that. Snuggling with your kitty. Meditation. Breadcrumb of joy. This is so good. Connect with somebody on the BFF app and maybe make a plan. This is so good. I do all the time. I know. I try not to. Extra sprinkles. Extra sprinkles? That's also a breadcrumb of joy. Your name is a breadcrumb of joy. Clean up more trash in my neighborhood while walking my dog. Yeah, every time I go on a hike, which right now during the winter I'm not, every time I go on a hike, if I see trash, I pick it up because that makes me happy and that makes me exist in a world that I want to live in. That kind of stuff. That kind of stuff is what's going to change everything. Naps, breadcrumb of joy. Yes, the biggest resistance in history is choosing joy in the face of difficulties. Why joy is the best resistance. Why do you think fear campaigns are so effective and been going on for so long? They want you afraid. They want you feeling helpless. So instead, breadcrumbs of joy. Aaron Brown, crochet rainbow blankets. Hell yes, I love that. Coloring app on your iPad. Yeah, that's right, Devin. All of these things. Joy is the resistance. You do what you can. Protests are for awareness. We have the awareness. It takes more than just the protest now. So we're doing the joy and we're focusing where we spend our energetic money because money is nothing more than energy. That is literally it. Finding this live was a breadcrumb of joy. I love that. You were thrown off by me calling her Aaron Brown and not Aaron Schumann. Her name is Aaron Brown. She does the Schumann resonance. Oh, Aaron Brown, there's a message for you on my YouTube live that says, "Can you tell Aaron Brown that Stephen Burns had the same dream as her and explained it in his live today?" Okay, cool. I love that. But I'm the human Schumann. I love that. Aaron Brown, the human Schumann. Yes, Aaron Brown heard your comment. Who said that? Megan, and she's gonna go check it out. I love that. See, connecting people, breadcrumb of joy. I love that so much. So much. Doing weird voices when you do clumsy stuff. You know what, Sarah? Doing weird voices all the time. And Sarah, I saw your Telegram message. We are interested, but I still have my lingering migraine from yesterday. So I'm going to email or message you back on Monday, but we are interested. I just want to let you know. This is so good. It's a whole damn loaf because I'm feeling way better. Good. I love that. I love that. Aaron Human Schumann Brown. It's so good. Yeah, Sarah, we're very excited. Share fresh eggs with the neighbors. Yes, I love that. Migraines are a thing right now, Erin. Yes, they are. Oh my God. Migraines are a thing right now. I'm telling you, I don't get migraines, but this is the second migraine I've had in several weeks. And that is odd for me because I don't get them anymore. It's the energy, it's so much, it's shifting. I'm also personally going through another iteration of my awakening at the same time. Oh my God. And then I found out I woke up from my migraine nap yesterday and I heard immediately you're about to go through another ego death. And I was like, cool. I mean, it's good because they are so good on the other side of it, but there's just so much happening right now. I'm like, cool, another ego death. Let's do it. Ego deaths are really not that bad. Ego death, yum. Breadcrumb of joy, teaching my son to crochet, doing a throat chakra meditation, knitting. I love this. I love this. These are all great breadcrumbs of joys. Aaron Brown says there's an anomaly on the heartbeat graph right now. It looks like some kind of amplification. Watching Sam's lives, breadcrumb of joy. Aaron Brown, we should go live again together. Do you want to do that at some point? We should go live again together. Because with all this energy going on, maybe you can share what's on the graph and I can share what I'm feeling and what I see. Yeah, we should. Great. Great. We'll talk about it next week. Does that sound good? Yeah. Aaron and I, yeah, we'll go live together again. When we meet next week, we'll pick a day. Great. Great. I love that. Yeah, Aaron and I were already meeting next week on something else unrelated to this. Great. I love that. I loved going live with you, Aaron. It was really fun and very informational and really fun to just like have these conversations. They're really good. Yeah. So fun. Yeah, it was like so fun. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's with the migraine. It's still lingering. It's getting better. It's still lingering though. So what I'm gonna do, because I was only gonna go live for like 30 minutes and I've been live for an hour. I want to say thank you so much for sharing this energy with me. Thank you so much for letting me communicate this to you that one day boycotts do nothing at all and other things that we can do instead. Thank you so much for listening and engaging and interacting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't forget if it feels aligned for you The expansion packs to bring you into alignment are available on the website right now. And the channeling trilogy, we drop the first wave next week. So we'll do lives next week and we'll talk about it too. But we drop that next week on Friday for everybody. But if you're in Soul Spark, you can get it Wednesday if you want to. So that is another way that you can follow the breadcrumbs of joy by feeling better on the inside, right? And that's literally all my content that I make for you guys. Yeah, thank you. Oh, yes, of course, Clever Girl. Yes, I'm so glad that I went live. I went back and forth on it because of this lingering migraine energy, but I'm so glad. I'm so glad because you guys are just the best energy. You're so lovely. You're so wonderful. So thank you, thank you, thank you for spending this time with me. I love you guys so much. I genuinely love you guys so much. And that's just not, I'm not what's the word I'm looking for? Migraine energy. I'm not just blowing smoke up your butts, right? I don't know why people are blowing it up people's butts anyway. Why is that phrase like that? But I genuinely do love you guys. Like I really, really do. So thank you so much. Thank you for all the well wishes to feel better. You guys are so like genuinely so lovely. Thank you, thank you. We will schedule some more lives at the beginning of next week, so you can come join us next week. Okay. Go follow your joy. That's the resistance. Go follow your joy. Okay. I love you. And support small business, guys. We need it. Support small business. We need it. Okay. I love you so much. Thank you so much. And yeah, have a good weekend. Go do something fun and go do something weird. Okay. I love you so much. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye.